Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, mate. How are you?
Morning. Good. Here in Panama, it's yeah, I've been traveling a lot lately, so it's okay. Winding down the year.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Sorry I missed yesterday's show. My mum's here visiting and she wanted to see the city lights, so I had to oblige. All right, let's get straight into it. Little short, sharp show today, if I can help it. But there's plenty to talk about, really. Look, I this is on the starting on the daily time frame. I'm really looking at this descending triangle thing. And I don't know if anyone else is talking about this, but they probably are for all I know. I can't get it to fit perfectly, but I drew this in earlier today, before it came up and touched on it. And so I'm quite satisfied with it for now. I think there's a really good chance that should this thing break, that we will get a retest and finally break the 100,000. But it really is liminal space, as Fibbo, the great Fibbo Swanee would say. And the MRI count could get troublesome in this zone right here. I sort of feel like a break of this descending triangle could lead to some terrific upside, but I also see a chance to buy back lower in this zone right here, but putting in a higher low. And I can also see it meandering and then coming back and retesting the 30 as well. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be one of those, it could come back down to I know this is giving all three options, but it's just as a trader, I'm running through these scenarios in my head to see like what's the best fit. And then I'm preparing for each of them as they come. I am in a long trade right now from 96,075, which is underwater by, $50 at the moment. But I will cut this trade if it starts to drop a bit lower and then look for a re-entry at lower prices, wherever that might be. Or I really hope that we can recover throughout the day and have a good breakout here. I just don't know which side of the die this trade's going to land on. The price has been really volatile. It's been really volatile and difficult trading. It harkens back to me to this on the weekly time frame. Don't know if that's the right word to describe it, arcing, but I'm sure the comment section will tell me. This was what I've been talking about all last week and probably the week before, which is that EXA crossing at such a high vantage point. This tends to catch me off guard as a trader, that I trade so brilliantly through the run up, and I really do capitalize on great runs. I tend to have really, really great trades consistently, 10, 15 great trades almost daily in a row, and pull out a lot of profit. And in this zone here, where I said here, sorry, but after the EXA crosses, just for an example, until we establish a real pullbacks on the table, when we're not sure if it's going to just have a slight pullback and then break out, I tend to give a considerable amount back. I always come out ahead and slowly grind higher, but I do tend to get into the trend of continually thinking we're in a bull market and taking on daily long trade, and then taking a tiny hit, taking a tiny hit, taking a tiny hit, and it all adds up in time. And I'm concerned that this is one of those periods right now that the EXA has crossed, and we could be in for a month of sideways consolidated, 3 months of consolidated movement under sub, 100K down to 88, just and I don't want to. I want to catch myself from taking 25 trades, stabs at the stabs at it, and not getting it on and lowering my balance too much, that when I finally do get one right, my balance is too low. So if any of that, what I just said, it might sound super personal, but I found that anything that I'm thinking, other people are thinking too. I'm not a unique individual. So if that rings true to you, maybe take note of it as well. So on the weekly time frame, that's all of that is true, as it stands right now. It could absolutely blow through this and get a green star on the weekly time frame, or we come back down to in the sub 80s. You have a plan for both ways. That's what I'm seeing there on the higher time frames, 4 hour time frame. Um, See how I'll just zoom back in. Yeah, sorry, guys. Still trying to get used to this. All right. This is this is what I'm talking about here. See, we've got the bearish cross on Alpha Numerics where the 7 crosses the 30 simple moving average back on the 24th. Sorry, the 3rd of December, sorry. And so that means you see the moving averages here. We've kind of wound our way back up. I really want to see this break that descending line I've drawn in. Just give me 1 second. Man, having a cough for a month, awful. We're in the zone here that this could really break out. That's why I haven't cut the trade just yet, because I entered the trade a few hours ago, 8 hours ago, and we did rally up and it looked quite good, but it came all the way back down. The reason I didn't just close it at break even and broke Tone Vaser's rule here is because I did sort of think that this was going to happen. It did happen when I wasn't watching the trades exactly, but when it came back and just touched on the 50 simple moving average, I thought, okay, it makes sense to have a nice, beautiful bounce off exactly the 50 simple moving average here over the next, 4 hours. Can this, because this happened really quickly within the first, when the 4 hour candle opened at 9 p.m. my time, can this have a really good recovery and close green? So I wanted to eyeball that before I close the trade. I could definitely see this breaking this line here and having the MRI have the Alpha Numerics have a bullish cross with the 7 crosses of 30, having this thing wind over the moving average, curl over and break out with a great vengeance here. So we'll see we'll see if that happens. But I really don't want to see this come all the way back down and start getting below the 95 zone, because then I'll have to start looking for lower entries. But yeah, this is what I wanted. It's happening in real time right now. I didn't get spooked out of this trade. We'll see if this can come back up. Bang! Get the cross here. That's the 4 hour time frame. I'll just finish off with Bangbox. There's no trade on at the moment. We are reset, obviously, and having been down here below the 128 period moving average, and yeah, it's great. Let's bring this thing back up and rally through and crack on. All right, Tone, coming back to you right now. Sorry about the cough. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Links in the description below for the 2 best exchanges that I really, really like, which is Blowfin and BitGet. Join the Discord group and access to free trading bots as well, and a lot's coming in that space as well. Tone, what are you seeing, mate? Are you still on the fence? Do you still think it could go either way? Do you think we got further downside to go?
Uh, no, I mean, nothing's changed. We're consolidating. It's now been 2 weeks since my top call. I am back in for 25%. I got in at just above 97, so 1,000, a little over 1,000 higher than current price. I'm gonna hold that long position. I like this consolidation. This consolidation has now lasted quite a while. I really did expect us to be down in the 80s at some point within the first 2 weeks of dropping. And so we topped on a Friday. Today is already what, Wednesday? So yeah, we're pretty much 1 day away from completing a 2 week pullback. The pullback is not massive. It's more of a consolidated version of a pullback. One more week of consolidation at 95,000, and we are ready for one more leg higher. Doesn't mean we're going to get that one more leg higher. Is it still possible we go down below 90K? It's possible, but it was funny. Someone, because people are generally not smart, someone in a comment to yesterday's video, they're making fun of me. Oh, Tone, I thought you said there's nobody left to buy. Because right now I am thinking it's more likely to pop above 100K before a proper pullback. And someone is saying, oh, I thought you said there's nobody left to buy. There was nobody left to buy. That's why we've fallen for the last 2 weeks, right? But 2 weeks later, buyers come back, right? That's the whole point. When I said there's nobody left to buy, I said it the day of the top. And I still think that buyers are a little scarce. But give it another week, and the week before Christmas, maybe people are going to want to give some Bitcoin as gifts, or they may want to push Bitcoin to 100K so that they have everyone has a better Christmas dinner. So I think it's just a little more likely that Bitcoin, that we get to pop our champagne, around Christmas time. for Bitcoin 100K, but that doesn't mean that we're going to sustain 100K plus prices for a significant amount of time. I think this consolidation and or pullback still have, a month, at least another month to go on that.
Yeah, and everything you're saying is totally true. Just because you said there's no one left to buy, there has to be more people wanting to buy than wanting to sell. Right? And at the moment, every time we've rallied, and looked like we're about to break out, more people are selling than buying. And it's crushing the
Right.
price into that, squishing the price into a channel is what's exactly happening right now.
Right. And at the same time, look at BlackRock's ETF. It purchased 7,000 Bitcoin yesterday, and the price didn't move. So the price has been consolidating now for weeks. Meanwhile, BlackRock has added like over 10,000 Bitcoin in the last 3 trading days, right? And the price hasn't budged a bit. Now, this is eventually going to add up. I mean, look at BlackRock. They're already at 107,000 Bitcoin being held. And the last 2 weeks, we haven't gone anywhere. In total, we're pretty much at 1.1 million Bitcoin held by the ETF. I mean, we're going to be running out of Bitcoin. So December is what? Today's the 4th of December. The Bitcoin ETFs have already hodled 10,000 Bitcoin, and miners will only make 13,500 Bitcoin this month, right? Like, again, we're starting to suck up the available Bitcoin supply. Like, who is selling? Sailors still buying. The average people are still buying. So once people get comfortable with this mid $90,000 Bitcoin and they give up on their dreams of buying the pullback at 70, they're going to buy at 97, 98 and push this thing over 100. But that doesn't mean that we're going to break out to 120. I still think 120, 125, we'll have to wait. Maybe we'll celebrate that at the financial summit in March, which I haven't been promoting at all. So now that people are getting wealthier, you may want to consider coming in and spending an awesome time in the Maldives. If you're curious what kind of villas we have, you can click on, if you go down here, there's a couple of links here. There's for rooms. You can see room upgrades. You can click on that. And you will see what type of rooms we have. I believe this one is sold out again. We had one open up and someone scooped it up real quick. This is the high-end water villa. And yeah, so otherwise, grab your villas. We have a water villa included. You have to pay a little extra if you want your little private pool, but all of these have stairs right into the ocean. You have your snorkeling gear right here. I wouldn't dive, not that deep, but hop down the stairs and just start snorkeling right around your own villa for some incredible fish.
Tone, I had a dream like 2 nights ago about the Maldives Financial Summit, and in my dream, I hadn't gone into the ocean the whole time we were there. Like I was, and that's the thing about the Financial Summit. You're so busy and you've got so many things. Every single day, someone's like, "Hey, can we have dinner together? Can we do this? Can we do this?" And you don't want to commit to anything because you're so busy. It's like I don't want to lose a night dinner with the wrong person or something like. It's like you're so having so much fun that you sometimes don't take advantage of everything that's there. And I was in my dream, I'm like, man, I got to get into this bloody ocean at one point, and it was the
Yeah.
time running out.
So I've been looking at this 4-hour ascending triangle. I know Matt drew this descending trend line. I think this trend line is super shallow. I think this trend line is going to break to the upside soon. But I still think breaking 100K is just this crazy barrier, and there's just so many sellers that we have to eat through those sellers. It'll still take a little time. But this ascending triangle, I really, really like. Really wanted us to get a little higher this morning to push into 98 one more time to really solidify it. We still have a chance. Nothing's really changing here. We still have, till the weekend, till the end of the weekend. I think this triangle is more likely to break out. Look, I really want to be right. I don't want to break 100K until like Christmas. Like if we break 100K even for a single trade, after December 24th or on December 24th or 25th, I'm gonna say that this was one of the best calls I've had all year. I mean, yes, we're gonna end up breaking 100K this year, but I was still right for over a month that it wasn't gonna be broken, and the right move was to, take your profit. Because remember, if you're in a 10x leverage position, they're charging you up the wazoo on fees every 8 to 12 hours or however they charge you. And you don't want to be sitting in that position for a month bleeding fees without it going up.
Oh, there weren't many people bearish at 99,500 time, and I was not bearish at 99,500.
Yeah, so that's all I have to say on that. Oil, it's going to be very interesting. I'm so surprised the price of oil is this cheap. I'm actually curious what the price of gas is. I may pull that up because there were additional sanctions by the West on Russian Gazprom company because all the other 80 billion sanctions on Russia worked so well. They tried one final one to remove Gazprom from SWIFT, which is really going to screw Europe. Dude, Europe is gonna absolutely implode. I've been waiting for this moment for over a decade. I can't believe Europe is still exists in its current entity. Oh, this is interesting. The S&P, look at that. Look at the S&P rallying. I've been so right about the market for years. It's international capital. It's Europe. It's Europe fleeing the European markets. It's Europeans entering a better trade. They're entering the US stock market. They're exiting the euro currency because I think their union is about to implode. I'm going to go take a look at the euro US dollar exchange rate. And there was a stock. Oh, man, somebody really wanted me to look at. I got to remember which one it was. Maybe it'll come to me. Let me glance at the USD. I think that was an MRI top. Yeah, there it is. MRI top on the dollar. The dollar has been rising since basically Trump started to lead in the polls and won the election. So that is not anything that is going to go well for the US.
Can you
It's
pull up the yen, mate?
mostly the
Can you
disaster that's coming to Europe.
can you pull up
I
the yen
can't
after
believe
the?
this currency is above parity with the dollar. I can't explain it. I don't understand. This thing is like a shit coin. It is going to break apart. It is going to zero. It's going to zero because it will not exist.
Mm, mm. Mate, can you
Matt,
pull
you're
up
gonna
the,
say
can you
something?
pull up, can you pull up the yen? It's just a
What?
few down. The
The
USD
yen.
yen. Yeah, down to the, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the yen, remember when everyone was freaking out over the Japanese carry trade because there was like one bad day? And what did I say? People are fucking nuts. Stop worrying about Japan. This is going to blow over in 48 hours. And everyone thought it was going to be the collapse of the financial system. And what happened? It blew over in 48 hours, right? And we never heard about it again.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
So here we are with the Japanese yen. Same thing. The Japanese yen topped. This is when the Japanese yen was rallying. The Japanese yen is going to devalue some more. Nothing's going to change. It's all going to be the same. It's like, again, something I've been saying for 15 years. The moment you stop worrying about Japan blowing up the financial world, the better your life will be. I stopped it. I remember in my first like 5 years of trading, it was all about Japan, all about the Japanese debt and how everyone has to always pay attention to the Japanese yen trade and the carry trade. And eventually, I was like, I'm done. I don't give a fuck about Japan anymore. Nothing that happens there affects the global market. And then occasionally, once every 5 years, there's one hissy fit day, there's one hissy fit week, and then it goes back to normal.
It was relevant in the 80s when things were good, though.
Yeah. And one more we need to look at. We need to look at the Russian ruble. The Russian ruble is at its weakest point since the early stages of the special military operation that they started against Ukraine. That's when all the U.S. sanctions came in. Everybody panicked that Russia was going to collapse. They did not. This is a slow bleed for the Russian currency. It's not great when your currency is devaluing, but for the government, it's not that bad. Also, I hear end of year, there is a lot of exits of certain positions. This is not the collapse of Russia. Russia is going to be fine. Also, keep an eye on the Ukrainian currency. That one, I believe, is going to collapse. I expected it to devalue 25%. Well, this year, basically, this year is coming to an end. It can still go into hyperinflation very soon as Trump takes office and stops paying the bills of every government employee in Ukraine with American tax dollars. There was a stock. Give me 1 second. Which stock did somebody really want me to look at? Give me 1 second here. Shoot. Damn it. I already forgot. Was it Walmart? Maybe it was Walmart. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna look at Walmart.
Wow.
Yeah, here we go. Maybe it was Walmart. Here's the monthly chart of Walmart. Oh, that was an MRI top. I think I would have said I would have got out here at the top. That's a blow off top of Walmart. Look at the
That's
weekly chart.
that's
It's
what
coming up on a
that's what
weekly
we want.
MRI top.
That's what we want Bitcoin to look like. Exactly
Yeah.
that. Exactly
Yeah, you
that.
want Bitcoin? Do you want Bitcoin to be more like Walmart?
Yeah.
This is incredible, man. I mean, when Walmart goes up like this, it means only one thing. American economy is uh not doing well, but it's not in recession, right? So it means that people are feeling broke and they need to buy cheap shit.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Walmart goes up, and I bet you Costco is also up like crazy. Has to be. Has to be.
All-time
Yeah,
high.
new all-time high for Costco. Look, today's a daily MRI top. It's more consolidated, so I wouldn't be too scared to jump off the ship yet. And the weekly is looking great. It's got a lot more upside. It's tension C, so maybe be careful a smidge. And the monthly could be an MRI top coming up here. Nope, it's a brand new. Look at this. Look
That's
at Costco, man. So again,
big.
Costco, Walmart, these are this is where you shop when you're trying to save money. How's Trader Joe's doing? Is it a publicly traded company?
Is it
I
a
don't know if
shit?
it's a publicly traded company.
It's a shit coin?
Well, Whole Foods used to be, but Amazon owns them now, right? So you can't gauge it. Hey guys, is Trader Joe's a publicly traded company?
Trader Joe Tether.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not. Anyway,
What's your take on all these on XRP and all these shit coins blowing up? I know you don't like them.
I dude, they're all all the scammers that created those centralized coins. They're all saying they're going to be on Trump's crypto team. Like
Every
they're all
I,
just scamming you into higher prices of their scams.
it concerns me how many messages I've got in the past week about from people who I like played football with in high school, like, hey dude, what do you reckon about Tether? Man, it's like, what is this fucking 2017? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. This all got reordered. God damn it. I had them by market cap, but that's not the right feature here. And they're in alphabetical order now, and I don't know my alphabet, so I don't know how to find this shit. It's gonna top eventually. I don't know. I mean, this is not. I don't even know why XRP is even listed as a crypto. It's not. There's nothing crypto about it. Solana's not hasn't been moving anywhere. Look, they're all gonna eventually die. So you just gotta hang in there long enough. Yeah, they're all rising for now, but it's not gonna last. It's not gonna
hmm.
can't last. Okay, I'm pretty
Right.
much done. I don't really have much else to say. Yeah, we're good. All right, close this
Awesome.
out.
Great.
So to
Nice
speak.
casual midweek show. Thank you everybody for joining. Once again, sorry I missed yesterday. We'll be here the same time tomorrow night. I think Bitcoin's got a shot here, but we'll see. I don't know if I can hold this trade too long. And as I said, I don't want to find myself giving back too much of the great profits I made in the last 3 months by taking on countless 0.01% losses. All right. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.